Strange Block Beats. sword will be bathed in heaven.
Shadows rise but can't hide the light. The truth cuts deeper than the night. Feet like bronze and fire in his eyes. No throne can stand where justice flies. Every knee shall bow, every tongue confess. The black Yahshua reigns in righteousness. chains can hold, no lies suppress. Every knee shall bow, every tongue confess. Mountains quake, rivers part, and all the heavens tremble at his call. From the dust he lifts the broken low. Kings and crowns will fall and go. Lion of Judah, roar through the land. The earth will tremble by your hand. Every knee shall bow, every tongue confess. The black Yahshua reigns in righteousness. No chains can hold, no lies suppress. Every knee shall bow, every tongue confess. The first, the last, the voice that spoke, the burning bush, the yoke that broke. He walks through fire, does not burn. To him all nations will return. The first, the last, the voice that spoke, the burning bush, the yoke that broke. He walks through fire, does not burn. To him all nations will return.
Hey, Shalom, family. This your brother K. Judah. Giving all praise to the Most High Yah, and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the beloved Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. What I want to say, family, is that this is gonna be a short video. It won't be long. But I want y'all to hear what this white pastor said. And what he said about your children and their children. Now remember, this is a pastor. A Christian pastor who supposed to love the Lord, right? But while he's preaching the so-called gospel, believing in so-called Jesus, because we don't serve the same God. When our people say Jesus, I understand what they saying. When white people say Jesus, they talking about CJ Boy Jail. I don't understand what they saying. But then you got some of our people, they still believe in the image of CJ Boy Jail and attach the name Jesus to that image. But if you're going to use Jesus, at least attach it to the right image instead of attaching it to a false image. But I want you to tap into the minds of how Caucasian people can go to church, preach Jesus, preach the gospel, and still spew rhetoric out of their mouth. Now, you might ask and say, "Nah, that's a pastor. This man teach black and white people." But I want you to hear what he said about those that go to his church that look like us versus those he don't know that's outside in the world. This man is about to say something that's not true. He don't have any facts in front of him to back up what he's saying. But this is the mind of the average Caucasian person. They really believe they should be afraid of us, and we the ones should be afraid of them. I don't want to be in no proximity around these people. They lie. They manipulate situations. All they got to do is start crying and screaming. Somebody going to jail, and you know it ain't going to be them. Listen to this, family. And y'all let me know what you think about this. Like I said before, I examine everything that I see because we're trying to wake up the minds of our people to understand why you telling your children to love everybody. They teaching their children that your children and them are not the same. But you telling your children we all the same. They teaching their children not to love your children, but you teaching your children to love everybody. They ain't teaching their children that. They teach their children separation. We teach our children be friends with everybody. Don't be mean. But then y'all let y'all children go spend the night at these people's houses, and sometimes they don't come back home. Like that young brother who got in the car with a Caucasian woman and her kids. And when they found that young brother inside of a lake or some type of lake or something, when they showed that baby face, I couldn't do nothing but cringe. But they gonna tell you they should be afraid of us. But a young baby got into a car with a Caucasian woman, picked him up in front of his house. They don't know why this Caucasian woman picked this boy up. But next thing you know, they found this baby dead with his face smashed in. But they should be afraid of us, and teaching their children that they should be afraid of us, because it's 30 times more likely when you go amongst black people, it's danger. Man, every time we step out the house and we see y'all, it's danger. When we're in the grocery store, it's danger. When we in the movie theater, it's danger. Everywhere we go, we put the whole armor on because we know there's somebody out there, a crazy white deranged person just looking for action. So we keep the protection on us. Let's get to it, man. Yes, unknown. Yep, I work overnight. But I only work 4 days a week. And then I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The Most High blessed me with a great schedule. I've been having that schedule for about 10 years. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But let's get to this video. I want y'all to hear this. Shabbat Shalom to all the beloved brothers and sisters in the chat, and those who will come later. I already know everybody finna get mad at me when they get up. I'm so tired of you going live early in the morning. You know we want to be in a live. I apologize ahead of time. I still love y'all. I apologize. Let's get it.
Referencing is the talk. If you're a Christian white parent who loves the Lord and loves your children, that you need to have the talk. The talk that we're referencing is the talk that takes your children according to their maturity at the proper time, the appropriate time, and says there are certain parts of town that you cannot go. And there are certain people that you cannot be around.
Yep.
Right? If there's someone who is black in our church, and they've been in our church, and we know them, and they love the Lord Jesus Christ, great. We're not talking about that person, right. But we're talking about when you go into a crowd of people. If you go into a crowd of strangers, and they're white strangers, there's some danger. If they're black strangers, there is 30 times more danger. Them's the facts.
Did y'all hear this Caucasian man? Y'all see how delusional these people are? I would never tell my brothers and sisters who they should be friend, how you should live. I can't do that. That's not, like, I would never put myself in that position. I can't understand it. Why would you want to befriend people like these people? But I must say this. Did you just hear him put 30 times more on us? But when you go around white people, there are some danger. But when you come around us, it's 30 times. Now, this is a white pastor now. But look at the mindset. I don't care if they pick up a Bible. I don't care if they pray over you. I don't care if he never would have said something like this. When I look at these people, I already know the mindset is there, whether he speak it out loud or not. I'm telling you, man, whether he spoke this out loud or not, his mindset, that's what it is. If he see you in the grocery store, he gonna act like he in fear. If you knock on his door, he gonna act like he in fear. If you pass by him, gonna act like he in fear. He gonna tell you he a pastor, but I guarantee you, he gonna act like his life is in fear. We are the ones that should be afraid of these people, but they have switched the narrative. They make it seem like we are the ones who would do something to them when we are the ones mind our business. They are the ones always going out their way to do something to us. But he's going to say, these are the facts. These are not the facts. These are his delusional facts. Y'all know the most dangerous place for a black man and woman and our children is in the mind of a Caucasian man and woman. That's the most dangerous place for a black man and a black woman. Is in a delusional white man and white woman's mind. They are very delusional, family. Let me back this up just a little bit. While he's sitting up here talking about it's 30 times more dangerous to be in a crowd of black. Don't y'all know when white people come around black people, they get treated like family. But when you go around white people, they looking at you crazy, talking about who is this nigger? Why is this nigger in the house? We are the only people, when other races come around, if we know them and they know the family, they get treated just like family. They gonna eat good. The food gonna be seasoned. If they spend a night, they know they gotta take a bath. You let your kids go over their house, your son coming home talking about, I'm hungry. Son, what you mean you're hungry? You didn't eat over there at their house? Mama, the food didn't have no season. And they told me I didn't have to bathe. Now you come to our house, whether you white, black, it don't matter who your friends are. They gonna eat some good food, they gonna bathe, and they gonna get a good night's sleep. Because black people get down like that. Not them though. Not them. Listen to this foolishness again.
We're not talking about that person,
Right.
but you cannot go. And there are certain people that you cannot be around.
Yep.
Right? If there's someone who is black in our church, and they've been in our church, and we know them, and they love Jesus Christ, great. We're not talking about that person,
Right.
but we're talking about when you go into a crowd of people. If you go into a crowd of strangers, and they're white strangers, there's some danger. If they're black strangers, there is 30 times more danger. Them's the facts. And it is actually a failure of your parental duty. White parents, please hear me. If you teach your children growing up, if you lie to them and say all people and all races of people in our country are the same, they are not. You are actually depriving your child of factual, truthful information that could save their life.
Now I want you to notice. He said what a lot of our people be thinking, but might not feel comfortable saying it out loud. He said that your children and their children, if you tell them that we are all the same, he said you lying to your children. Why do y'all teach your children that we all the same? Black man, black woman. Be honest with your babies. I told my kids straight off the muscle, you are the chosen children of Yah. You are not like no other people. Somebody asked my 8-year-old daughter, hey, can you get this to your dad and your mom? I open it up. It's a birthday party. I said, you ain't going over there. Once I broke it down to my 8-year-old daughter, she understood. She didn't cry. She didn't whine. She said, okay, Dad. You can't go to nobody's house. I don't know these people. I don't trust these people. I let my kids know the truth. I never sugarcoat with my kids, even when they was little. You are not the same as other people. You are different than them. You are special children. You are chosen by Yah. You are a blessed children. I don't lie to my kids to my we all the same. Now, now don't get me wrong. If it's some kids playing outside of where we live and my kids out there playing with them, of course I ain't gonna be ignorant and be like, no, don't play with my kids. But I remember one time I had to check this white woman because she out there fussing at all the kids. My son and my daughter came and said, Dad, this woman out here. Boy, I ran out that door. I said, man, who you talking to, lady? Oh, no, I'm sorry. No. I said, man, don't you ever say nothing to my kid. I said, you can go get your dude. I tell him too. Don't ever say nothing to my kid. Whatever's going on out here, you come knock on the door. Don't you ever say nothing to my kid. They think they are the more authority of other people's children, no different than religion. They really believe that we're outside of them. We need them to teach us about God. Because in their mind, we are not capable of finding out the truth on our own. So I want y'all to hear what this man about to say. They really believe that we need them to teach us about our Elohim. Because remember, we don't serve the same God, family. That's another thing. You have to be honest with your babies. When our kids are in school and they standing side by side with their classmates, it's no different than being on a basketball team with white players. Y'all play the game together. But once you put your clothes on, you go to the south side. He go to the suburbans. His mom and his dad would shake your hand as a player, but they would not feel comfortable if you spend a night over their house. Now, there's always exceptions to the rule. You may tell me, well, my black friend come spend a night and my mama never have a problem with it. Maybe that may be true. But believe me, in her mind, she thinking something because you can't help yourself. That's just who y'all are. Is he going to steal something? Make sure this is put up and that is put up. I had teammates when I was in high school that I played basketball with, white players. I never went to their house. We never talked after the game. He went home, I went home. But on the court, we was teammates. See, I know how to separate reality from non-reality. We just basketball teammates. It don't go no further than that. No different than my co-workers. We work together, we get the job done. I go my way, you go your way. There is no kicking it. There is no phone numbers being exchanged. We don't need to do all that. Let's do our job. Let's go home. You receive your check, I receive my check. That's it. I deal with reality. I'm not here to befriend you. I don't need any more friends. I have my people to be my friends. I have my sisters to be my friends. I have my brothers to be that's who I'm comfortable with. That's who I want to talk to. That's who I want to embrace and hug. I don't go to other people's house. I don't feel comfortable. But he's telling you that it's danger when they're around us. And I'm being honest with y'all. I don't fear no man. But if you lock me in a room with Caucasian people, it's going to be some fear that grip me because I don't trust them. Now, they may feel the same way, but I know without a shadow of a doubt, if they come amongst our people, they're going to feel more at home and embraced than if I go around them. Some fear is going to grip me. So they have to deal with the delusion that no, black people are the threat. If you go around them, that's the threat. It's going to be danger amongst them. Why y'all think they make TV shows showing you the true nature of Caucasian people? Why y'all think Hollywood do this? You think Hollywood just paint these pictures for entertainment? No, Hollywood show you through their movies the mind of a Caucasian man and woman. Who remember the TV show? Oh my God, boy. I forgot this TV show. It was a mother, her daughter, and her husband. They moved into a white neighborhood. They was harassed, called nigger, everything. And all they did was move into this community, But they was the ones being harassed by the white families in this community. All the black people wanted to do is live, go to work, you know, husband and wife, they daughter, raise their daughter, just enjoy each other. But they was terrorized by the neighbors in the community. Why y'all think they made a TV show about this? Because it's showing you, thank you, them. If y'all ever watched a TV show called Them, why did y'all think Hollywood made that TV show? They are showing you the mind of white people. Why you think that Hollywood made a TV show called Criminal Minds? Because it's tapping into the mind of Caucasian men and women. Why you think you have all these TV shows called Forensic Files, Detectives, Cold Case, How to Find a Killer? What's the other one? When they be robbing banks, Mastermind. Come on, family. Let's not play games. They make TV shows because they know their people. They know the nature of the beast. So they tell you the truth through their TV shows and through their movies, who their people truly are. Even white people don't even feel comfortable around other white people. They call their own people out all the time and say, this is why black people are afraid to be around white people, because all we do is kill and murder them when they come around us. I actually heard a white woman say this. She say, we're not the ones who should fear black people. Black people should fear us, because every time they come around us, they don't make it back home. A white woman said this. Come on, man. Let's keep it real. Check this out.
Slavery, which wasn't right, but I'm sure there's a lot of Africans that were brought over into slavery, which wasn't right, but they got the gospel when they got here. And you know what? I bet you there's a lot of Africans that if they hadn't have been brought over, not saying it was right, don't misunderstand, not justifying the slavery in the situation, but God, I still believe, used it. And now I'm sure there's a lot of Africans that got the gospel and they're in heaven right now because they got the gospel. You know, what would be better? For them to have lived their entire life in Africa free, doing their voodoo or whatever, and then dying and going to hell, right? Or what happened? And then they go to heaven.
Y'all heard this Hunkerberry? Did y'all hear this hillbilly? When we got over here, then we received the gospel, but they already had Christianity in Africa, but it wasn't his version. Did y'all hear this Hunkerberry? He's so stupid, and he's a preacher, y'all. I don't understand how our people can sit in a white church under a white pastor and listen to them preach when they don't understand this book. A lot of our people feel certain type of ways. It's just some of us just bold enough to say it. The way I talk on this platform to y'all is the same way I talk in front of a white man to his face and won't miss words when I speak. It's just being honest, family. We don't care how they feel, because truth hurt feelings. Truth hurt feelings, family. Even when we're trying to get our own people to see truth, truth hurt feelings. Why y'all think when you're dealing with whether it's your people or other nationalities, their feelings always get involved? Because truth hurt. And the truth is that these people truly believe that outside of them, we don't understand the Bible. You think I'm lying? Check this out. We're going to prove it right now. I want y'all to check this out. Let me get this video, then I'm going to play the other video. I want y'all to hear this. I want you to listen to this Caucasian man actually speak the truth of what they do when they bring churches into our community. So let me go down. Here we go right here. Check this out.
Southern Baptist Convention, America's largest evangelical denomination, failing.
The reason,
Well, if
the reason why the reason why the video's doing this, I don't know why it's doing this, family. We already know how YouTube get down. They be messing with our streams and jiggling wires. So let me start it over.
Well, if the Southern Baptist Convention, America's largest evangelical denomination, failing to pass a resolution condemning alt-right white supremacy twice before finally being passed isn't enough for you, how about this one? It's going to take a little, let's say, discernment to see, so bear with me. As someone that was an evangelical church planter, I can tell you that they, as a movement, have all kinds of resources and money dedicated to planting churches. So I myself planted a church in an economically under-resourced city in the Boston area. And as most people know, the Boston area is one of the most segregated in the country. But the more I looked around at conferences and through conversations online, the more I saw young white men like myself flocking to cities like this and planting multi-ethnic, multiracial churches. Now you might be thinking to yourself, wow, that actually sounds amazing. And that's precisely where you'd not only be wrong, but you'd be expressing a racist understanding of the world. See, for white folks from the suburbs to bring our cultural and racial biases to a city in which we're the minority, all the while proclaiming that we have the answers to life and that people in need should be relying on our version of God. Oh yeah, and to give us 10% of their paychecks, of course. This new, albeit less overtly violent form of Imperial Christianity is rooted in the belief that Black indigenous people of color are somehow lacking and need what we have to offer, and that their faith communities, of which there are far more than most suburban areas, are not quite good enough. So we need to go in there and set them straight and teach them about the real Jesus with our culturally appropriated music and strategically placed people of color in our marketing materials, all while a white guy steers the ship.
Are you going to believe him? Yes, most of our people are going to believe him and say, wow, I didn't know that. Thank you, sir. You see how we got to use their videos to let them tell on their people. Did you catch what this man said? This man said that they had them going around to plant churches in areas where our people are because we can't understand the gospel without them. And we have to go in there and show the blacks how to serve God, how to understand the Bible. Because without us, they would never understand it. This is the mind of your average Caucasian man and woman. Do we understand what we up against? Do you understand these are not your friends? Black men, I don't care if you got children with them. All they have to do is cry, tears flowing down, and say you violated them. It's over. It's over. You are playing with your life. You playing a dangerous game by thinking that they are the model of the world, that these are the women of the world, the beauty of the world, the prize of the world. Because they have brainwashed you. Witchcraft and sorcery has been placed on your mind to believe that a Caucasian woman truly can love you. And then we always hear this. Why does color matter? Why it just can't be about love? No white woman or white man would never be able to truly love you. How can you love something you don't truly understand? Even Christ say, how can they believe without a preacher? If they never heard of me and nobody never taught them, how can they believe? So I got to send somebody, men and women, in order to articulate my word in truth and spirit, that once you preach it, then they can believe because now they heard it. No white man or white woman, they actually really love you. You are something to experience with. Once they done with the experience, it's over. Look at all these black men that white women divorcing, whether it's a Latino white woman or a European white woman. Once they have them babies by the black man, next thing you know, they in divorce court. She done took half of everything, and the court gonna give it to her because they don't like you with their daughters. They despise you being with their daughters. Then you have the audacity to say, I don't understand why we receive racism when we're in public. Because now you mixing seeds. You mixing seeds. And the Lord don't like that. Because in his eyesight, it's not profitable to be used for anything. He like purity. He like things in place to go with what it's supposed to go with. Apple seed with apple seeds. Orange seeds with orange seeds. Grapes with grapes. You talking about the seed. Watermelon with watermelon. We talking about the seed. Lions with lions. Hyenas with hyenas. Red birds with red birds. Blue birds with blue birds. Hawks with hawks. Owls with owls. Woody woodpecker with woody woodpecker. Camels with camels. Giraffes with giraffes. Hippos with hippos. Y'all get the picture? Everything is in place where it's supposed to be. But when it comes to man and woman, the black man, you just want to go everywhere and spread your royal seed. Some of our sisters then took on being with Caucasian men, thinking life gonna be better. We're gonna have a better experience. White man call black women nigger all the time when he get mad at her. Go back, I'll send you back to the ghetto, nigger. White woman do the same thing. And some of you black men want the white woman to call you nigger, especially when y'all having extracurricular activities. Your mind has just been warped. But what do I know? KJ don't know nothing. He just talking. Boy, I ain't never in my life wanted to date a white woman, a Hispanic woman, a Latino woman, no other woman. Because no woman gonna understand KJ like my sisters. I could be sitting on the bus, just chilling, or at the park bench, and a sister can sit next to me and we could spark a conversation up. I can see my sister in the grocery store. I'm pushing a basket, she pushing a basket. We get eye contact, we can have a conversation right then and there. How you doing today, sister? How you doing? Oh, man, you know, life is good. And we can just start talking. White woman come talk to you. She see you in a nice car. What you do for a living? Why you got to ask me what I do for a living? Because I see the car and it's nice. You got a girlfriend? Just stupid conversation. Cornball conversation. Oh my God, your car is so nice. It's hot. Shut up. I will advise you, brothers and sisters, stay with your own. But if you already got the beautiful babies, it's nothing I can tell you what to do. Because at the end of the day, your babies, especially the black women, having the babies with the white men, we know majority of the time those babies are going to have a black experience. We know that. And going to take on the melanin and more so of the nature of the mother. Or if a black man have children by a white woman, we understand that a lot of times those babies are going to have the black experience. So that's still family to us. I'm just telling brothers who are getting involved in these relationships that are fresh and new. If I was you, take a couple steps back and reconsider what you're about to do, brother. It's not about love. You don't have to believe KJ. I'm telling you right now. We have enough history that bear witness to who they are and what they're capable of doing to your life. Play with your life if you want to. Don't you know that during slavery that white women was worse than white men? Now I'm not just talking. Now I'm actually talking facts because I have books and history records to back these things up that white women was worse than white men. And I've been telling people this since I've been on YouTube. I've been letting everybody talk about the white man. No. It's the white woman you need to be afraid of, brother. She is the rootless one. Not him. He ruthless. But she's 10 times worse than him. You know why they go to war? Because she put a bug in his ear. Don't let him do you like that. You gonna just let him just punk you like that? Drop a bomb on him. Go to war. Let him know who you are. She putting this in his head, and he weak enough to fall for it. That's why wars will get started. Who you think the president talked to at night? His wife. Who you think putting all this in his head? His wife. When slavery was going on and the way they was treating the black man, and the black woman, who you think was in the house putting that in his head? Go beat her. Beat her, John. Teach her not to ever talk back to you. He go grab the whoop. He started beating on her. Because the white woman put that into his mind, because she's more ruthless than him. These are facts. Look how many black men's lives have been destroyed by her lies, her manipulation, her delusion of the truth. When she went into the barn and took it from the brother and then went back in the house. When he knew she was in that barn, he raped me. Now he went out there and killed the brother over her lie. These are the things that happen. And guess what, brother? It's still happening today. An NFL player lost his contract because he did not sleep with a white woman. Did you just hear me? He was playing for the Houston Texans. He just got drafted. He went into a room with a white woman. He told her, I cannot lay down with you without protection. Next thing you know, she said he R-A-P-E me. Guess what? He lost his contract. He was crying on TV. You know why? Because he thought, oh man, I'm in the NFL. Got this white woman with me in the room. It's all good. Yeah, a week ago. Not today, brother. She got that boy to lose his contract. He not in the NFL, y'all. He lost everything over a lie. He did not sleep with her, but she said he violated me. Who you think told her to say that? Her mom and her dad. They got to get something out of the nigga if he ain't going to go through with it, right? This is their mind. This is what I'm saying. Hulk Hogan said, if my daughter going to sleep with a nigga, let it be a rich nigga. This is the mindset of these people, man. Emmett Till, you know. Look at what they did to our beloved young brother Emmett Till. Can you imagine? And I want y'all to notice when you really get the documents, it was worse than what they told y'all. You know his mother can see through his head. You know they tied tie irons around him and threw him in the water to make sure he went down. There was no hope for him. And they shot him too. She can see through his skull. Did you see what they did to that baby's face? But they telling you that they should be afraid of us, though. But the history bear witness what we have saw with our eyes, what we have read, and they have the audacity to tell y'all that it's 30 times more likely when you're around black people, there's a lot of danger. And don't y'all know that for the most part, our people mind their business. We just want to be left alone. Say it ain't so. We just want to be left alone, family. Because we searching for that peace of mind, even in the shadow of death. Even in captivity, we are searching for that peace of mind. And some of our people have found it because peace of mind comes from within. You cannot find it in the world. It comes from within. And the only thing that can give you peace of mind is the scriptures and the truth setting you free. That's it. It comes from within, family. You cannot find it in people. You cannot find it because you have a degree. You cannot find it because you have a nice job. Peace of mind does not come from any material things. It comes from within. You have to love you enough to find your peace of mind. You have to love Yah enough and Yahshua enough to even allow the truth to set you free. You got to be willing and open to obtain it. Let me show you this one.
it not wonderful? And everybody should do it. Friends, it's worldly. Why is it so many black basketball stars, black football stars, black baseball stars want a white wife? Why? Lord have mercy. It's another defiance of God's law. It is a worldly way. And then it creeps over into the message. Tell me what's the difference in preaching against bobbed hair, painted face, shorts, all this, that, and other, being worldly, and we let this worldly means come right in, and we're afraid to say one thing about it. And let me tell you right up front, any of you young people, you want to marry a black man, you girls, don't ask me to do it, because I will not.
Y'all heard him? And I don't disagree with him. The only thing I'm telling y'all is that they can say it, but we can't say it. Okay? They can say it, but we can't say it. You heard what he said? If a white woman want to get with a black boy, he say, do not ask me to marry y'all because I'm not doing it. Now, the whole world went crazy when he said this, but he's not wrong. He's actually right. We don't supposed to be marrying each other because the Most High gave us our women to love, to cherish. He gave our women, the men, to love, to cherish. And we supposed to love one another and help one another. The burden is not on the sister if she have the right man. The man still supposed to help around the house because the wife gets tired. She can't do everything alone. From the time that my 3 babies was born, I've been there every step of the way. Taught all my kids how to read myself. Didn't depend on school because 2 of my kids was homeschooled. My oldest son, my 18-year-old daughter, they was homeschooled. We taught them. We educated them. So nothing makes me feel more proud as a father because I didn't have my father. Me and my sisters didn't have our father. And I have 6 sisters. Nothing makes me as a man feel more proud than being there from the time they was conceived to the time that they are young adults today. I look at them and I cherish the fact that I actually raised my kids as a father without any book to teach me how to be a father. It's all trial and error. There is no guideline. There is no manual to teach mothers and fathers who did not have these things growing up to prepare us for motherhood and fatherhood. The Most High was the guide that guided us. Then I appreciate the fact that the Father gave me the truth, and Yahshua gave me the truth while my kids was young, because they was brought up knowing that they was Israelites from little bitty children. They still read that Bible today because now they young adults. So now they know to do it on their own. Now I told them you got to have your own relationship with Yah and Yahshua. I did my job. Now I can step out the way. Now you have your own relationship with the Father. You pray to him for what your purpose is. Now I'm just here to be of some guidance to you, some encouragement to you, to be of some wisdom to you. But when they little, you got to guide them every step of the way. You can't lie to your children because children know when you lying. And they ask those questions while they little because children are going to be truthful. I say all that to say, family, that we as a people, we have done a great job in raising our children, even though the world show in the media and paint pictures Because if one person do a robbery, all black people did the robbery. If one brother toting guns, oh, that's all black people do is tote guns. 5 sisters twerking on the internet. Oh, all black women twerking. They always put us together, family, even though majority of black people do not conduct themselves like this. Even though majority of black people are not killing one another. Even though majority of black people, we actually do get along. But you think they're going to show that? What did Hoover say? The one that was over the FBI. Never let these niggas unify. The biggest threat to America is our unity. He was always searching for a black messiah rising up and unify the Negroes. That's what they were scared of, family. Unity. So a lot of our brothers, they are fathers to their children. They have put a lie out there making it look like black men leave their children, but more black men are in their children's life more than white men are in their children's life. But they're not going to tell you that because they can't show any positivity when it comes to us as a people. Everything has to be negative. Why, KJ? Because when they show us, it has to be dysfunction. We have to be discombobulated. They can't never show unity. We always have to be fighting and at each other's throat. That will keep this country going. Because once we unify, because I'm going to tell you right now, when you look at what's going on today, they are afraid. Why? Because you don't see a lot of fighting for black people, black men and black women no more. You don't see a lot of gender war fight. You don't see us really hurting each other like when they be showing some of these videos and black men be killing one another and, you know, our sisters be fighting and all that. You don't see too much of that no more. So this is scaring white America because now we are becoming focused. And they can't have a focused people. They got to have a dumbed down people through propaganda, through media. Because the images they have given us as a people, for a long time, our people, even from, I say even 200-300 years ago, the images were so negative that our people was actually taking on the negativity of what the white man was saying about us as a people. They will also regurgitate that same rhetoric. You don't hear that no more. Because they have been a reviving of the spirit of the Israelites. So we don't think these negative things that has been propagated on us, because it's all witchcraft and sorcery. Everything they have done to us as a people is witchcraft and sorcery, fam. America's God is not Jesus. It's Hashatan. Let me say that again. America's God is not Jesus, family. It's actually Hashatan. And C.J. Boy Jail was set up by the devil because he put it into their mind to perpetrate this lie because he always trying to mimic Yah. He always trying to mimic Yahshua. So he gave them an image. That's why it say, and Satan deceived the whole world. He gave them a false image, false religion. Now you got white people running around talking about they the chosen people of God. And we Hamites. But they so goofy, not all of Ham's children was cursed, only Canaan. So now they gonna say, well, y'all come from Canaan then because you was cursed with black skin. These people are just dumb. I'm serious, man. I can't have conversation with these people. I stay away from them, family. I don't want to talk to you. They always asking stupid questions, and the conversation just be dumb. Now, can you find some Caucasian people you can talk to, and the conversation may be a profitable conversation? Yes, man. I told you, there's always exceptions to the rule, family. But for the most part, man, stay away from me. Please. Please, man. I want you to see this. Us as a people, we're going to be all right. Because I got high hopes for our people. We're going to be all right, fam. We made it this far. After 400 plus years, we still here, y'all. Still kicking and striving. And they trying every day, going out their way to provoke us into some type of civil unrest or race war. And our people not falling for it. It's like somebody screaming in your face and you just looking straight while they screaming. You won't even look at them. Because to you in your mind, they none and void. It's like I'm not going to even give you the satisfaction, bro. I'm not going to even look at you. I'm going to just look past and look straight through you. Just get out the way. That's our people today. We don't care about nothing nobody talking about, y'all. We only care about what's going on with us. And they have never seen this before. It's making them uncomfortable. They losing their mind. They losing their wits. Check this out.
Black people are not afraid of white people. We're afraid of crazy white people.
Say it again.
Let me try to explain. Things felt so dicey during the Trump years. I have joked that my husband and I might have to reenact that scene from The Sound of Music and flee the country. That alarming report from the Southern Poverty Law Center that we talked about last week shows that my Operation Von Trapp might need to go live. The ranks of, quote, crazy white people appear to be growing. Crazy, of course, is not a clinical diagnosis. I'm defining crazy as anyone who believes any aspect of the racist Great Replacement conspiracy. This is the noxious idea that liberals are deliberately replacing white people with non-whites and immigrants. It's what allegedly drove an 18-year-old man to target black people in Buffalo, killing 10 and wounding 3. According to the SPLC poll, nearly 7 in 10...
What that white preacher just said, that when you go amongst black people, is 30 times more danger. But when our people was in a grocery store minding their business, a white racist Peckerwood came in there and he killed our people. He didn't know them. They have never did nothing to him in life. He just went out his way to do what? To slaughter our people. This is the nature of you. But you should be afraid of us, dum-dum. You know how stupid you sound when you say that we should not be afraid of you, but you should be afraid of us. You sound stupid. Y'all go around shooting up grocery stores and movie theaters and schools. We don't do that. Y'all go shoot up Walmart. We don't do that.
Republicans surveyed agreed to at least some extent that demographic changes in the United States are deliberately driven by liberal and progressive politicians attempting to gain political power by replacing more conservative white voters. What's terrifying is that this twisted belief is more widely held than we want to admit. The SPLC reports that more than a third of all respondents felt that demographic change in the United States is, quote, a threat to white Americans and their culture and values. Nearly half agreed that demographic changes were part of, quote, a purposeful plan to replace white voters. Crazy, right?
Yep. This
explains some of the eye-opening results in a Washington Post Ipsos poll of black adults released last month after the Buffalo shooting. And I'll show you just one. 75% of African Americans worry they or a loved one will be physically attacked because they are black.
Yep.
This present-day black fear of white violence was perfectly expressed by Rob Redding, a black man interviewed for a Post report on how 1 in 3 Americans believe violence against the government can be justified. Redding told my paper that the January 6th insurrectionists stormed the Capitol seeking to, quote, subvert American democracy because now it's become equal for all people. Redding spoke approvingly of arming himself and added, quote, I'm a black man in America. I believe in protecting myself.
Yep.
Notice he's not protecting himself against the government. He's protecting himself against crazy white people. Now, I won't be getting a gun for protection ever, but would I actually leave the country for my own protection? It's a question that many people of color have been pondering. The warnings of a potential loss of freedom, liberty, and life are omnipresent and unrelenting, like being in the middle of Times Square with every sign flashing, "You in danger." And it's all because the number of crazy white people in America fearing replacement appears to be growing.
Say what?
And they seem ready to do whatever it takes to stay at the pinnacle of American life.
Wow.
I'm not sure they'll succeed in getting me to leave my country, but Operation Von Trapp is ready, because crazy white people are not to be trifled with.
Did y'all hear this? White violence. You see how they got to flip it back on you? I told y'all that white people hide their crimes through black people trauma. If you're looking for people that don't know how to hold themselves accountable, look no further. Look to your average white man, women, and children. Your kids get in a fight. White kid was picking on the black kid. He punched a white kid in the nose. He broke his nose. Next thing you know, the white family is talking about suing the black family, but the white kid kept meddling with the black kid for about a week. They got to the school. The black daddy and mama said, "Look, I don't want to have to keep coming up here. I teach my kid to keep his hands to himself. But if he keep getting hit, I'm telling you right now, we also teach him to defend himself." The white family, they're just kids. Kids are going to be kids. You see what they do? You see how they say kids are going to be kids? He only saying that because his child nose got broke. Because they don't teach their kids to keep them hands to themselves. They meddle with other people's kids, and then when something happened to their kids, now they crying to somebody want to file charges when they kid is the one started everything. If you're looking for people who don't know how to hold themselves accountable, look no further to white men, women, and children. They don't even teach their children accountability. This is a people that they own children disrespect them. I see it all the time in the grocery store. They kids disrespect them to their face. So how they gonna teach accountability when their children don't even respect them? Come on now. I got one more video, y'all, and then I'll be done. I want y'all to see this. Now, he just said about white violence, right? Check this out. One thing about us, let's tell the truth. Don't be afraid. Don't worry about what people are going to say. Who care about people thinking that you're racist? Who care about that people thinking that, you're a terrible human being? So let them say what they going to say, y'all. Tell the truth. Shame the devil. We got to call this stuff out because white people have been too comfortable amongst us thinking they can just continue to spew rhetoric and we're not going to say nothing. Continue to spew lies and we're not going to say nothing. Paint this narrative that we are the ones that's the problem in America when it's them. They are the problem in America. Everybody fear them. Nations fear them. Men, women, and children fear them. When they know America about to come to their country, they are in fear because they know a lot of blood about to be shed. This is the same person, y'all, who came up with a constitution and don't even follow the constitution. It's like YouTube got guidelines, but don't follow their own guidelines. You have judges in America who sit on the bench, who's a judge, who's supposed to go by the law, but they putting black men and women in prison for mandatory minimums. Because they're going to always, even if they got, let's say, a little ounce of weed, man, that man might get 15-year probation for that little ounce of weed. Sister might get locked up, stole $11 out of Walmart. They gave her life in prison. 2 black women. They received life in prison for stealing $11 out of Walmart. This is why we do what we do, family. We're going to continue to call out the lies of white America. And this is why Africans come over here, because they looking at movies, they looking at YouTube, they looking at social media, they looking at all these things from a continent, don't know us, don't have nothing to do with us, ain't been around us, but they already have this perception when they come over here that black people are thugs and criminals and gangsters. We don't take care of our children, blah, blah, blah. None of these people want to have a mind to think for themselves. They let the white man think for them. And we know the white man tell lies. That's all he do is tell lies. And people pick up those lies and they run with these lies. But we don't care what y'all think of us as a people. I only care about what we think of us as a people. We are not here to convince the nations. We are here to convince one another that we are worthy of love, that we are worthy of compassion, that we are worthy to love one another and be brothers and sisters and stand by each other in spirit and in truth. Yes, y'all, we can do this. It doesn't cost us anything. All we have to do is take the first step to do it. I don't care what people think of us. I only care about what we think of us. Who care about what they think? Check this out, family. And this will be last. Now, they talked about white violence, right? The brother, he talked about white violence. Let's look at some things they did that we know. They can't never say nothing after what I'm about to show. That's why they always tell us, get over it. It happened a long time ago. No, you still doing the same things from a long time ago. You still doing today. So we can't get over it because you won't leave us alone, goofy.
To some viewers. Many unfortunate events happened to black men and women during the slave trade era. One of them was the use of their children as bait to catch alligators. Alligator bait, also known as gator bait, was said to have been practiced in the swamps of Florida and Louisiana during the 1800s and 1900s. Back then, alligator hunting was a profitable business, and the bodies of the alligators were used to make shoes, belts, bags, and other related items. As the Face to Face Africa website reports, some white hunters lost their arms and, in worst cases, lost their lives as they rustled the swampy waters at night attempting to attract alligators to the surface. Pictures, trinkets, and postcards were also sold to commemorate this dark, evil practice. Jim Crow Museum of Racist Memorabilia is often cited as a source of documentation because it contains artifacts and some other pieces of evidence of this gory act. Indeed, there is sufficient documentation to show that during the slave trade era, black babies were used as alligator bait. To buttress further claims that such a horrendous incident ever happened, there are different newspaper articles that have given credence to the actual occurrence of such dreadful act. For instance, in 1908, the Washington Times newspaper confirmed the existence of the gator bait in a tidal bait alligators with pickaninnies, where 2 black children had been used as bait for alligators. At that time, the New York Zoological Gardens zookeeper had sent 2 children to an enclosure with about 25 crocodiles and alligators. People watched as the hungry reptiles chased the children. A major reason for the use of black kids was because the zookeeper believed that the alligators had Epicurean fondness for the black man. While the infants played in the shallow water, the expert rifleman would watch from a concealment nearby. Sometimes, the children were tied near shorelines of marshes and rivers. Different accounts have been given of how the black baby's alligator chase actually happened. For instance, the Miami New Times reports that sometimes the hunters would take the babies, who were mostly toddlers, while their mothers weren't watching or were working in the fields. Slaves that had babies were easily targeted. The children were used to lure alligators out of the swamp so that the hunters could kill the animals and use their skin for business. The reptiles had to be let out so that they could be seen. In some cases, it got so bad that after using the babies as baits, they would only be rescued after the alligators had surfaced and were visibly about to harm the kids. Some other stories have revealed that the mothers of the babies were paid about $2 for their children to be used to lure reptiles, and that no baby was hurt in the process. However, it is unthinkable that a mother would freely leave her offspring for such gory exercise. The gator bait story has been denied several times, but there are different oral accounts, publications, and documentaries that reveal its actual practice. Even after the news was widely reported by the American press, the Chipley Chamber of Commerce once denied the story and said that it was a silly lie, false, and absurd. Sadly, the callous...
How can you trust the devil's offspring? They say it was a silly lie. After we have historical documentation letting the world know the practice of them using our Israelite babies for gator bait to make shoes, belts. Why would somebody create this as a joke? Just like they're going to tell us they wasn't really eating our bodies, called the delectables. They wasn't really burning us at the stake. They wasn't cutting off the genitals of the men. This people, family. I know what somebody gonna say. Well, y'all the ones sinning against y'all. And guess what y'all said, Goofy? None of this stuff came into his mind, what these people have done. He said, I was but a little displeased with my people. Y'all telling you, man, hold up, whoa. I wasn't that angry with my people, y'all doing all this. He said, I was a little displeased with them. He said, but you helped for the affliction. You went overboard, goofball. So now since retribution coming, don't cry now. Oh, no. Keep being tough. Keep sticking your chest out, big dog. What's coming up on this earth? He said he gonna bring things up on y'all you ain't never heard of. He said you gonna receive double. Do you know how scary that is, white man, white woman? You better pray for your children. You better pray for yourself. A lot of y'all ain't gonna make it out of here. Because judgment coming. You see how us and our ancestors, we had to drink of the cup double too? And we've been drinking of this cup after our ancestors. Y'all about to drink the cup. You don't see these curses being turned up off our people as a people. And now all the destruction coming y'all way. Whole towns being destroyed. Whole cities being destroyed. Everything being burnt down. Earthquakes and tornadoes and vapors and hail and all kind. I mean, just fire everywhere. Just taking y'all people out. Rich people losing everything. Why is this happening, KJ? It's called recompense. It's called recompense. And y'all about to be recompensed for the evil that you have done. Now y'all talking about why y'all won't show us some sympathy. Oh, now you know what sympathy is. Now you know what empathy is. Remember when my ancestors were sticking their hands out just looking to be treated like a man, a black man and woman? To be treated civil? Just to be treated like a human being? What y'all do to them? You spit on them, push them off the sidewalk, use them as the ground, beat them, humiliating them, made their life hell, made our mothers and grandmothers clean your filthy toilets, breastfeed your babies, because we knew your milk in your breast was Sour Patch. We know the babies weren't gonna get no strong eyes by drinking what you got, and the bones weren't gonna grow. Our babies come out the womb with a high IQ. Sometime walking at 5 months, Your baby still wearing Pampers at 17 years old. He still got Pamper on. Because your children develop slow. And this is where all this stuff comes from, y'all. Their curriculum, what they do to our babies in the hospital is all out of jealousy and envy. They came up with the SAT thing. You don't think they're going to be making it to where it benefit their people? They came up with this educational system. You don't think it's going to benefit their children more because they know your children smarter than their children? They know this, family. Your children are way smarter than their children. But they got to dumb down your children. And with that same educational system they came up with, they're going to make their children seem smarter than your children. These people are in competition. They're trying to have a competition of the smarts. Just dumb. That's why they pushed the black woman out the house and made a law that she had to go get a job because she was educating the babies right. So they pushed the black woman out the house to go get a job. Did you know that black man talking about our sisters want to be on welfare? Man, please. Our sisters weren't trying to be on no welfare, boy. That's why you got majority of black women. Guess what? They got degrees. They don't want to be on no welfare, bro. But even if they do need to be on welfare, white women on welfare, you don't say nothing. Well, because the white women not a part of our nation, but you laying down with her though. So now she didn't became a part of your nation because you got babies by her, right? Don't y'all say that one drop rule that if it's by a black man, the children still black? That's what y'all say, right? Every excuse in the book, man.
Abuse of these children was characterized in postcards and figurines. Many of these humorous postcards existed during the slave trade era. A candy manufacturer once created a distasteful advertisement that featured a hungry-looking alligator advancing towards a baby. There were also popular songs and rhymes about using babies as alligator bait. For instance, Mammy's Little Alligator Bait 1899 by Henry Wise and Sidney Perrin was one of such. The cover act shows a black American father throwing a rock at an alligator coming towards his children, while the wife runs to protect the children. Dark histories such as this, which revolve around the alligator bait, are quite disheartening, especially since there is hardly any news of the zookeepers being punished for their evil acts. The silence of the authorities, when it happened, is even more baffling. The presumption that the various jokes, memorabilia, and advertisements were fictitious or untrue is baseless. However, the artifacts that exist will forever tell a story of what truly happened. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.
You don't have to believe KJ. You don't have to believe a lot of our brothers and sisters or the stuff that we say. They used to take a black woman and they'll tie her to a tree. And they'll take a knife and they'll stick the knife in the black woman's stomach. And they'll go down with the knife. Like, you know how you cutting paper? So they'll stick it in her stomach, then they'll go down with the knife. They'll open her stomach wide. As the baby fall out with the umbilical cord still tied to the baby, they'll take their feet and stomp on the baby's head and kill the baby. They'll take the biggest black man and they will tie him to a horse. And they'll hit the horse. And they say that his body parts will just fly in every direction. They used to chop off our brothers' legs and hands and arms and genitals and everything. And they'll burn his body. You know how like you roast something? And they will eat the body parts of our ancestors. They even used to wear their skin. So that means that organ harvesting been going on for long time. Remember that white woman say, "Oh, look at those eyes. Oh, look at those muscles. Oh, is it true what they say about black men?" Come on now. They are in a think tank right now thinking of ways how they gonna do us wrong as a people and do us in. But the Most High say your devices is not gonna work though. He gonna turn your devices back on your own head. I'm not gonna keep y'all long, family. I just wanted to come in here and just let y'all know. It don't matter if it's a white preacher, a white politician, a white police officer, a white lawyer, a white judge. They all are in cahoots for one thing, and that's to stay in power. They don't gotta like each other, but they know how to work with each other. Most white people, they don't like each other, y'all. They can't stand one another. But when it comes to white supremacy and white society, oh, they put all to the side to keep that going because they don't want to lose power. See, white people want to rule forever. That's why you got Jay-Z and Beyonce making songs called Forever Live or Forever 21. Man, you not no 21 woman. What's wrong with you and JC? Talking about 40 is the new 30. Nigga, no, it's not. Jay-Z, y'all almost 60, boy. Talking about 40 is the new 30. Are you retarded? Boy, be your age. Stop trying to be young. Talking about Forever 21. No, it ain't. I'm 44, boy. I love being 44. I don't want to talk about 44 is the new 18. Boy, I'm not 18 no more. I'm 44. All that childish stuff is behind me, man. Who want to be 18, bro? I won't know the truth. I got to go back and revisit some things I was doing that I'm not, I don't want to be doing them things when I was young, out there in the world. No, I like this KJ. I don't like the old KJ. The old KJ was kind of ruthless. But this KJ, he on the right track. Because I'd have become more calmer, more understanding, more patient. No, that other KJ was ruthless, boy. If I bring my family members up here, they're going to say that boy was ruthless. But he ain't ruthless no more. Cause one of my sisters, my oldest sister said, "I see a change in you, my brother. And it's a good thing." My sister told me that. She said, "I don't know what you believe in, nigga, but I see a change in you." I said, "What you talking about?" She said, "Just something different. I just see a change in you." But she didn't know that at this time I found out I was an Israelite. That's the change that she saw. But then I taught her the truth. See what I'm saying? She said, "I want what you got. Because you different now. It's just something about you. You just all different now." It's because I found out the truth, family, that I was an Israelite. And once I found out that truth, I started walking in newness of life and became a new creature. I wasn't the same old KJ no more. Now I'm the new KJ, which is a new creature. Because now I don't want to do nothing to my brother. It was a doggy-dog world when I was coming up in 5th Ward, then in the 7th Ward. See, down here in Houston, we have wards, like 1st Ward, 2nd Ward. We got 3rd Ward, we got 4th Ward, 5th Ward, 6th Ward, 7th Ward, 8th Ward. It's like New Orleans. In Houston, we got wards. So it go by wards in Houston. Well, for where I come from, it do. So I grew up in 5th Ward and 7th Ward. And these places wasn't nothing to play with. You better know how to fight, and you better know how to protect yourself. Because it was a doggy-dog world when I was coming up in 5th Ward and 7th Ward. I seen stuff with my eyes that traumatized me even to this day. So when they talk about PTSD for our people, it's real. And also the trauma that we had to go through as a people. Our ancestors, even us today, we still bear that trauma. We know we still bear those scars, just growing up in certain environments and seeing things with our eyes, which is not good for children to see at the age that I was seeing these things. I saw my first murder in elementary school. I was in the 5th grade walking home with my sisters. I seen a girl get murdered, shot in her heart, died right there on the concrete. It was hot too. And she died right there on the concrete. I remember the news pulling up, the China 11 news down here, China 2 news. They put the sheet over the body. Me and my sister, I told them to duck down, because we heard the shot. So I told them to get down. And I looked over the gate and I saw the girl laying there dead. She was gone, man. Soon as she opened the door, we heard a pow, and she just fell. And the black girl took off running with another Hispanic girl, because that's who the black girl shot her. And the Hispanic girl was with the black girl, and they took off running after she shot the girl in her heart. And she died right on the spot. You know the stuff y'all see in the movies when they be bringing cars around in the neighborhood and they just start having a shootout? All this stuff, man. All this stuff I didn't bear witness to. So I don't want to be that person growing up in those environments. I like this person now because I'm in a better environment, around better people, and have a different mind. A lot of my friends are either on drugs, in the grave, or in prison. A lot of my friends I grew up, we wasn't nothing but children at the time. And I didn't heard that some of my friends I grew up with, they was shooting at each other and trying to kill each other. But we used to be friends, y'all. We was kids, man, with a kid's mind. We played basketball, we played football, we went outside, we went to the park, we was kids. So I learned something though before I go. Your environment don't make you. So when I hear people say, well, we're a product of the environment. No, you're a product of the environment if you allow yourself to be a product of the environment. Because brothers was killing other brothers, slaughtering other brothers. They gave one of my cousins 55 years in the penitentiary when I was a little boy. His name was Bug Guy. They gave another one of my cousins, his name was Sean. They tried to give him 99 years in prison. I was around some things, family. That's all I can tell you. I saw some things, I was around some things, and I never forget, there used to be this dude named Peanut. I don't know if he's still alive. But being a little boy and watching all these older men, like with the nice cars and, you know, or the nice chains on, whatever they was doing out there, which we knew what they was doing. But they used to always tell me and my partners, man, don't ever let me see y'all out here on this street corner. You hear me? And they'll point at me and be like, I'm going to tell your mama on you. You already know. You know your mama don't play. And they used to always tell us, do not let me see y'all out here doing what y'all see us doing. And then they'll chunk us a little money, you know, like, man, go get you something to eat. But there was this dude named Peanut. This dude was a certified killer. And he used to walk around our neighborhood. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. He was a certified killer. And one day, American Most Wanted came on the TV and Peanut picture popped up. And I used to see this boy walking around the neighborhood, y'all. He was a murderer. And he was on American Most Wanted. And they was looking for him. But he was walking around our neighborhood, though. He was always hiding out on the run, having shootouts. Kids playing outside. He just running through the kids, shooting guns. At a car coming around the corner. This is the trauma that a lot of our young brothers and sisters have to deal with. That's why a lot of our people, we want to do better, and we do better. So when they lying to y'all talking about we love being in these environments, no, we don't. These are the environments that they created for us to be in. We don't want to be no product of the environment. They want us to continue to be product of the environment. That's why they building more prisons, to put us in prisons. That's why they start your children off in elementary school when they make them line up, get the lunch tray. Have y'all ever noticed that the lunch tray look like a prison lunch tray? They got to go down the line like they do in prison. They got to stand in line like they do in prison. It's setting them up for prison. Just really sit back and think about it. When your kids go to school, it's setting them up for the penitentiary. Because the trays look like the prison trays. The cafeteria look like when they got the glass in front and they got the people behind the glass. You go down the line and they put the food on the tray for you. Hey, what you want, baby? I want some of that. I want some of that. It's just like prison. They preparing them for it, family. That's why they building more prison. Because prison is big business. And they want your kids in prison. They don't want your kids graduating high school and going to college and getting a degree and becoming prominent in society, where they create, something for themselves and also for their people to help them out. They don't want that. They want you to go to prison. So what they do is create pitfalls for you to what? Go to prison. But we know how to maneuver through all that, though, because now we older, we smarter. We fight with our mind and not our mouth no more. See, I used to buck the police. I wouldn't do that today. I talk crazy to a cop. I wouldn't do that today. We used to run from the police. I wouldn't do that today. Yeah, we used to run from the cops. I wouldn't do that today. I will fight the police with my mind and not my mouth, because I'm older now. I understand that he want me to get stupid so he can pull out his gun and might fire that gun and say he feared for his life. So when a cop stopped me today, which I haven't been stopped by a cop in like the last 15 years, all praise to the Most High Yah and Yahshua. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Yahshua. But when cops used to stop me, I used to have to take them deep breaths, be like, man, don't say nothing, bro. Hey, how you doing today, sir? Man, what's up, man? Yeah, man, I got a call on my radio that this car just left the scene of a drive-by shooting. And I just look at the cop and go, man, can I get my ID, man? You know I did not just come from no drive-by shooting. Man, you know how stupid that sound? Well, I just got the call. I say, man, I'm on my way to work, man. Can I get my ID, please? And he'll give me my ID. Like, this is type of stuff we as young black men got to go through, man. This, man, cop used to pull me over for no reason. You sure look like a suspect we looking for. I say, man, I gave you my ID. You see the name? Who you looking for? I say, that ain't me. This is the type of stuff we go through, man. But thank God I don't get stopped no more. But they used to harass the mess out of y'all brother K. Judah, boy. I used to get stopped by the cops so much that I just got sick of it, man. I got sick of it, family. I couldn't go nowhere. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, my God. This nigga stopped me again. What I do, man? Where you on your way to? I said, wow, man, you all in my business. I'm on my way home. He gonna talk about, well, you need to get on that side of town. I say, well, I'm trying to. You just stopped me. I'm trying to get home. You just stopped me. Talking about I need to get on my side of town. I say, well, if you would have never stopped me, I could almost be there. Yeah. You keep on with that smart mouth. I say, yeah. All right. See, I'm telling my young brothers, don't do none of that today, family. Police stop you, be smart. Yes, sir. No, sir. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Keep your hands on the dashboard. You want to reach in your pocket, say, sir, my ID is in my back pocket. Is it okay if I can get it? Sir, the ID is in the glove compartment or the insurance. Can I get it? Don't do all that reaching today. Because all they going to do is say, oh, my God, he reaching for a gun. Pop, pop, pop. Be smart, family. Teach your young boys to be smart with the cops. It don't got nothing to do with you being a coward as a father. No, you want your child to come home. Your children depending on you to come home, daddy. Hey, son, your father and mother depending upon you to come home, son. Hey, sister, don't do what they want you to do today. Be smart, man. Because they want to lock us up. They want to put you in prison. And they starting off in elementary school, preparing our children to go to prison. That's why when they go to school, what's the first thing they say? 1 out of 3 of y'all, one of y'all going to prison. But they don't tell white kids that though. And a white kid is already, I heard a white little boy say before I get up out of here, I heard a white little boy say, they say, what you want to be when you grow up? What y'all think he said? What y'all think the white kid said? They asked the white kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? What y'all think that boy said? I'm gonna wait for y'all to put it in the chat. What y'all think the white little kid said? Y'all already know what he said, but I want to just see what y'all think he said. No, not a cop. He didn't want to be a cop. Nope, he didn't want to be a rapper. What y'all think that little white boy said? And what I'm telling y'all, you can go, I don't know if they still got the video up, but he actually said this out of his mouth. They say, what do you want to be when you grow up? That boy said a school shooter. I'm not lying to y'all. They say, what? He said, I want to shoot a school. I want to be a school shooter. He didn't want to be no cop. That boy ain't say no doctor. That boy say, I want to shoot a school up. What about them 2 little boys that I showed y'all not too long ago? Them 2 little white boys was preparing to go shoot up a school. 2 little white boys. They found the notes. This little white boy was talking about coming and shooting up the school, and he was a little white boy. Where y'all think he got that from? And another little white boy said, they asked him, what you want to be when you grow up? He said, I want to kill people. Y'all got to understand, they teaching their kids to shoot guns at 3 and 4, 5 years old. What you think they're going to do to the little white boy mind, the little white girl mind? And then while they teaching them to shoot guns, they also telling them about you, about how they got to watch you, don't trust you, that you're a criminal, you're the problem. So it's already been embedded in Lil Jimmy's mind, Lil Karen's mind. But we telling our children to love everybody. They preparing their children to go to war with your children. But you telling your children that it's all good, that he can marry whoever he want to marry. Because God sees no color. We want to seem like good Christians, so we allow to our children to appease to society that I'm good, instead of you being truthful with your babies and telling your babies that you and that white kid at your school are not the same. Ain't nothing about y'all, it's the same. It's just some of us as parents is bold enough to say it. Another thing I noticed about white people is they like to control conversation when they talking to black people. I don't let them talk over my head, and I don't let them be no big dog in no conversation. Even when it come to my little 8-year-old daughter, I went to her school. And I told the principal, I'm talking about the principal, in her face. I said, ma'am, I don't want to have to come up here again about somebody in the classroom messing with my daughter. I said, I'm telling you to your face. We're going to get the parents up here. And if the parents can't correct the child, if my daughter hit him in his face, don't call my phone. Don't say nothing to me, because I'm warning you now. I don't send her to school to get hit. That's what I told the principal. So please don't let it happen again. I don't let them control no conversation when they talk to me, because they already in their mind think that they're more educated than me. They're going to control the conversation, and they're already diminishing us anyway in their mind, like we don't know what we're talking about. Don't ever let somebody control no conversation when it comes to your children. You can dictate and control conversation, not them. One more thing before I go, and this is it. This is the last thing I'm going to say. I went to my 8-year-old daughter's school. There was 3 of her teachers sitting at the table. I went into the room. They say, man, what are you doing with her at home? Because she's an excellent reader. I say, well, the same thing I did with my other 2 kids. We, taught them how to read when they was little. So she say, well, we just wanted to bring you up here and talk to you because she's an excellent student. Everybody loves her. But we just wanted to ask, when she's at home, do she like just daydream? I say, no. Like, what you mean daydream? Like just stare at, like just be staring at something. I say, no. And she was like, yeah, because sometimes in the classroom, like she just daydreams, and sometimes we can't get her to just focus. Like she does her work, everything is good, but it's just like sometimes she just daydreams. That's what I told them, teacher. I say, well, she don't know none of y'all. She only here with you for a couple hours. So why would she be doing like that among her mother and her father? She know us. So whatever's going on in school and you want her to talk to you, she don't feel comfortable talking to you because she only here with you for a couple hours. She don't know you to talk to you. So she don't do that at home. And then she was like, well, they was talking about some program. And I said, man, I'll take my baby out of school before I let any one of y'all tell me about any program that she gonna go in. So I'm telling you right now, I don't mind taking her out of school. I'd rather her be at home with me anyway. This is what I told them. I'd rather her be at home with me anyway. I said, I don't got no problem homeschooling her. No. We don't want her to be taken out of school. We love her. She's precious and everybody love her. I don't care about none of that. I'll take her out of school. So I just say all that to say that I don't let nobody talk over my head when they talking to me. I dictate the room because that's my baby. You're not going to tell me about my baby. I'm going to tell you about my baby. You're not going to control nothing. I'm going to talk to you about my baby. You're going to listen to me tell you about my baby, not me listen to you tell me about my baby. You're going to only tell me that she daydream. And I'm going to tell you about my baby that she don't do that at home. Because she can talk to me. She's comfortable with me because I'm her father. She's not comfortable with none of y'all because she only here for a couple hours. So, and they was like, you know what? You're right. Yeah, I know I'm right. These were 3 white women. And I was just looking at every last one of them in the eye because I do that to pick up energy, what I'm dealing with. Now, I must be honest. The energy that I picked up from these 3 teachers is that they do care about the students. I got that energy. But guess what? I always remember. These are 3 still white women. Remember that. See, I never let that slip my mind. It don't matter what I picked up. I know these are 3 white women with a white mind dealing with a black child. So don't ever forget that. Just because they have good intentions, they still dealing with black children. And if they get frustrated enough, they're going to let your children know how they truly feel about your black children. That's it for me, man. I love y'all. Y'all already know. I just wanted to come up here, talk to y'all, just shine some light on some things. If black people, stay out of white churches. Stay away from white preachers. Get rid of white Jesus. Come to your nationality and be set free by the truth. That's your options. Have a true relationship with Yah and Yahshua and be set free by the truth. You're not going to find your nationality in religion. You're going to continue to be wandering around, seeking truth, and you're never going to find it because a white preacher can give you what you're seeking. And your black preacher, he's sure not going to give you what you're seeking because he's too busy living deliciously. Go ask Creflo Dollar. Go ask TDJ. Go ask Leroy Thomas. Go ask Micah Todd. Go ask Philip Anthony Mentions. Ask these people. They don't care about your salvation. If they love you the way they say they love you, they'll give you your nationality. They'll give you the truth of Yah. They'll give you the truth of Yahshua. They'll let you know your brother look like you, your king look like you, your king is coming to set you free. They don't tell you that. They keep you in bondage. We got a church on every corner in America and the people still in bondage. The people have not been set free. The medicine is the Bible, so why are the people still sick? They haven't been healed yet. But every last one of y'all in this chat box, you've been healed. You've been set free. Your mind been renewed. Even though we still have trauma, PTSD, going through spiritual warfare, you've been set free and you still here today to bear witness to the truth. Some people are never bear witness to the truth, and that breaks my heart. That some of our brothers and sisters ain't never gonna know what this feel like to be set free because they too stubborn. They stubborn, family. They care more about tradition than the truth. Truth don't have feelings, but it will set you free. Truth don't need no friend because truth is truth. And even if you lie against the truth is still going to overcome in the end because it's called the truth. Lies only will go for so long. And then, like the summer threshing floor, it just vanished away. Like the shaft, it's gone. You don't see how Satan lies is crumbling? It only worked for so long. Now it's crumbling to the ground. Because lies only go for so long, but the truth is forever. And the truth will always win in the end. To my beloved CUC family, big salute to my brother Shorsham. Big salute to the Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. Big salute to all y'all in the chat box, all the beloved sisters and brothers, the mighty nation of Israel. The people who is the apple of Yah's eye. And don't ever let nobody tell you any difference. Don't ever let somebody diminish you to a piece of bread. You are a special people. You are a beloved people. And the Most High have respect unto you. We broke his heart. But now we are seeking him 10 times harder to get that relationship back that our fathers lost. And now we don't do the things that our ancestors did because now we do better because we know better. And when you know, you know. Like Sister Notorious said, when you know, you know. And we know, family. So I love y'all. Big salute to y'all. Many blessings. Enjoy y'all Shabbat. To my Israelite brothers, continue to be bold as lions. Continue to stand for your family. Continue to teach your children the truth. Continue to walk in unity with your brethren and stop acting all emotional and having problems with other men over nothing. Put that stuff to the side. So our sisters, continue to be lioness. Continue to raise your babies in the spirit of truth, of the righteousness of the Most High Yah and Yahshua. Continue to feed your babies with the truth, sisters. Because I'm going to say this, without our sisters, don't nothing go. Without our sisters, don't nothing go. Nothing don't get accomplished without the sisters. And we didn't see that all throughout history. Don't nothing get accomplished without our sisters. And a lot of our brothers, they are on the front line, handling business as men. I respect it. I love it. Continue to do what y'all do, brothers. Continue to do what y'all do, sisters. And like I said before, we're going to be all right. Kendra Lamar told you that. We're going to be all right. And I know we're going to be all right. I say salute, family, and many blessings.
Yeah. 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 Sweeping through the lies like a storm in the night. Truth the lighthouse, shining so bright. They twist the words, they bend the page. But the wisdom of ages can't be caged. You can't fake the fire, it burns too real. Every verse, every line, it's the sword we wield. Cage you to be cleaning up. False doctrines crumble. build that tower is on sinking sand, but the rock won't move, it's where I stand. Whisper lies fall like broken glass. The word is eternal, it's built to last. The dust will settle, the fog will clear. Every falsehood fades when truth appears. We ain't bowing down, the counterfeit, the book don't lie. And that's the grit, cage you to be cleaning. Sweeping up the chaos, ain't no time to lose. Evie's got the vision, sees right through the rules. August keeps it steady, cool like morning dew. Oracle whispers secrets, they always ring true. I'm leaning with the sparks setting flames to the sea. Numbers got the edge sharp and so pristine. Shout out to the clean up crew, making moves like ninjas do. Monster, bossy, breaking through. This one's for the whole dang crew. Monster cracks the pavement, fists made of steel. Bossy calls the shots, keeping it all real. Dust in the air, but we're shining through. This ain't just work, it's what we do. We rise, we grind, we own the night. No mess too big, no shadow too tight. Oh, shout out to the clean up crew, making moves like ninjas do. Monster, bossy, breaking through. This one's for the whole dang crew. We built our dreams with hands that bled. Chased the future, never fled. We carved our story in the stone. Every voice here stands alone.
From the ashes we heartbeats echo in every street. Our rhythm is strong, our rhythm's heat.
In the words of my beloved twin sister, August Dreams, thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den with the CUC family. Big salute to my brother Sham and the Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology, and all my beloved brothers and sisters in the chat, which is the mighty nation of Israel. Let's get it. And just because Oracle is in the chat, Oracle 007, my sister, she's in the chat, so I'm going to go and say it for today. And Mr. Michael Jackson Bad with the scriptures want to say, Shalom. And I love y'all with the Pure Heart family. Big salute.